All right, the population of bears as a function of time in a national park is given by this equation, where t is the number of years after 2010. In what year will the population reach 250 bears? All right, well, I know the population equation is 500 plus 250t divided by 10 plus 0.5t, and I want that to equal 250. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to solve this by graphing, and I'm going to have the time on the x-axis, and I'm going to have the number of bears on the y-axis. So let's see, y equals parentheses 500 plus 250t divided by parentheses 10 plus 0.5t. There it is, and we want that equal to 250. So now we need to go to the window. The years start at 0, and I have no idea how far to go. I'm going to try maybe 30 years. And I'm going to go 0. We need 250 bears. I'm looking ahead, and I see the next problem is 400 bears, so I'm just going to set this up now and say 600. And we'll go by tens. So here we go. So there is that, and I need to find the intersections. Second, calculate, intersect, enter, enter, enter. And I find that that is 16. So 16 years from 2010. So 2010 plus 16 is 2026. There will be 250 bears in 2026. Now the next question is, when will it reach 400? Well, it's the same equation. Equal to 400. Now my calculator is all set up for this, except I just need to go into y equal and change that to 400. And we can do the graph. And I don't see an intersection. So it looks like this continues to go up. It must be more years. So I'm going to go into window. I'm going to change this to 100. We'll go out 100 years. Oh, and there it is. So we're looking for that intersection point. Second trace. Intersect, enter, 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 and 70 is, so 70 years from 2010 would be 2080, so there will be 400 bears in 2080. Now lastly it says, predict the population of bears in the year 2035. Alright, so our formula works for years from 2010, so we need to subtract 2010. So it looks like 25 is what we need to plug into our equation. So the population when t is 25 is equal to 500 plus 250 times 25 divided by 10 plus 0.5 times 25. And let's see, I'm going to sneak ahead. It looks like there will be 300 bears. In 2035. The total amount of sales in billions of dollars by fast food businesses as a function of time is modeled by this equation, where T is the number of years after 2010. In what year did sales reach $100 billion? So 120 minus 500 over T plus 8 is equal to 100. So let's go to the calculator. 120 minus 500 divided by parentheses T plus 8 and 100. Let's see, so I'm going to go back to 30 years and I'm going to go 150 in the Y direction and we'll see if we get it. Oh, there it is. So it looks like this. Second trace, intersect, enter, enter, enter. The intersection point is at 17. So that's 17 years after 2010, so 2027. In 2027, sales will reach $100 billion. And then the last one says predict the amount of sales in the year 2035. Well, 2035 minus 2010 is 25 years, so we need to plug that into our equation. So the sales 25 years after 2010 is 120 minus 500 over 25 plus 8. And if you do that in your calculator, should be 105. So we could say sales will be 105 billion in 2035.